Hey guys, Kyle Miller here with Mortgage Brokers Ottawa. Thought something cool came across my desk, well not cool, but it came across my desk last week. Information that I think might benefit some of you, so figured we'd share it out there. So here's what happened. I guess we're gonna put this under the guise of sometimes lending doesn't make sense just because you think it makes sense and I think it makes sense, right? Lenders decide what they wanna do, try to fit you in a box, and if you don't fit the box, doesn't make sense, you don't get the money. That's the way it goes. Case in point, I had a client come to me and she needed a really small mortgage. A mortgage of maybe like 20, 30 grand, which to be honest is very difficult to do because not a lot of lenders want to lend that little amount of money. When you can get a mortgage for less than you can buy a standard SUV, it's not really the game they want to play in, right? Kind of, to the point of buying a house and getting a mortgage is a sort of privilege, not necessarily a right. It's kind of the same thing. So the client called me, had already put an offer in on a house. She had great credit, she had steady income, albeit it was from the government because she's retired. And she had enough money in her bank account to buy the house cash. But with rates the way they are, she thought, why would I do that? Right? I don't need to spend all my cash to buy this house. She could then upgrade it. She had a backup plan in case something went sideways on her. It's a great little situation and it wasn't bad. So that's what we did. We sent it to the lender and said, hey, this is our case. This is why this should work and make sense. We're gonna put, somewhere like 50% down. So the loan to value is low, which means the risk is low. She's got money in the bank and all that good stuff. What ended up happening was the lender came back. After looking at all my lenders, I only had about one, maybe two that I could actually go to because the minimum mortgage amount was so low. And when we went to those lenders, they came back and said, hey, look, we get it, but we just don't have an appetite for this. And just basically said, no, we don't want to do it. And I know there's going to be a lot of people out there who are like, that doesn't make any sense. They're supposed to lend money. Yeah, they are. But again, it doesn't fit the box, right? Her income was consistent, but fairly low because it's all based on, government pensions, OAS, CPP, stuff like that. Yeah, because the loan to value was low. Yeah, but to recoup the cost, if they ever had to take it back, would cost them so much for a mortgage that won't necessarily, right, that doesn't even out. The cost outweigh the benefit in that case. It's not like you're gonna, taking a house back costs you something like 50, 60, 70, even 80 grand, right? You're gonna spend the same amount of money, whether it's a $20,000 mortgage in a house or it's a $500,000 house. So for them, it's like, what's the risk, right? Not to mention they weren't putting her out on the street because she could afford to pay for the house all on her own. So all of this to say, if you ever catch yourself saying out loud or in your head, I should be able to buy this house because it makes sense. Just remember who it has to make sense to, right? Just because it makes sense to you and me doesn't mean the lenders want a piece of the action, right? So be careful with that. That's just something I thought I'd throw out there. Got another couple things that came down the pipe which I thought were interesting. I'll share those with you soon. But thanks for listening. Talk to you soon.